goes. So I used clear glass and white glass. Now I, of course, operate all in bullseye. Let me get this clear out and let me grab my white pieces. And what I want to show is how these fire differently. And I used some just frit, I mean just opal blue and yellow frit and transparent blue and yellow frit on all of these samples. So you've got clear glass with the two different kinds of frits, transparents and opals, and I just cut up a decal, a large decal, and I fired it at different temperatures. So I talk about if you want to fire it at 1125, you're going to get more of a matte finish. You can even hear that, I think, on the decal. It's cool and it is set and it's scratch proof, but it's definitely a matte finish, which gives it a kind of a unique look. But what you see is, interestingly, and I don't know if this is going to translate well, you can kind of see the frit through the decal in the opal frit, but not so much on the transparent. At 1125, and I held for 15 minutes. Then you go up, and I went to 1160 for 15 minutes. And on this one, there too, you get to, now the decal has gotten a little less matte, although I would argue it's still largely a matte finish. And again, you're probably not seeing this very well, but you can kind of see the frit through the black line on the opal, but not so much on the transparent. Then I took it up to another temperature, this time 1200 for 15 minutes. And you see that this black is now getting a shinier finish on the decal itself. And you can still see the frit, the opal frit, through that decal. You can start to see the transparent a little bit more, but it is still not quite as stark as it is on that opal. And then finally, I fired this one at 1225 for 15 minutes. And at 1225 for 15 minutes, this is relatively shiny now, or glossy as a decal. And you can see the frit bubbles through, or the frit through it. It's almost the same now between the transparent and the opal. On the white, it's a little bit of a different story. Again, I fired 1225 for, or excuse me, 1125 for 15 minutes to get a matte finish. Here, you almost see the transparent glass through the decal more than the opal. Remember, on the transparent glass, you saw the opal through the decal and not so much the transparent. On the white opal glass, you see the transparent through the decal a little bit more than you do. Isn't that weird? And I can't explain that. I really don't know why it's doing that, but you don't see it as much on the opal frit. Then the next one, again, 1160 for 15 minutes. And so this one is a little less matte. And I'm worried that you're not seeing this as much as I can see it, so just trust me. I can see it a little bit more through the transparent, but I really don't see it much on the opal at all. Then I went 1200 for 15 minutes, starting to get a glossier shine on your decal here. And it's almost the same across. I think you can see the frit just a little bit more on the transparent than you can on the opal. It's really not too bad at all on the opal. And then at 1225 for 15 minutes, it's almost the same across both. You really don't see the frit very much on both of them. So if I don't think it's a bad look no matter what, but I just want you to understand that the concentration of color that you use, and perhaps even the types of colors, may give you different results in terms of what you are looking for. I happen to like, on this opalescent white glass, I like this look. And in this case, it looks like you really can't see the frit on either one of them. And but on transparent, it looks pretty cool too. You just have to kind of know what you're getting into. And you might decide to fire your decal at a little bit of a lighter touch on like transparent frit, for instance. You'll get a matte decal, but you won't necessarily see that blotchiness. So hopefully this was a helpful walkthrough.